Hello everyone, now we're going to walk Rich Mountain Road. I'm going to make it videoing as far as I can. May not be too much interesting on this hike, but at least we'll have some nature noise. Looks like the road may still be a little wet, so hopefully it won't be too much dust when someone drives by. I don't look like they put any more gravel down on it this year like they normally do. At least not yet. Like it's basically down the mud in some spots. Like this through here, that's all it is, slick mud. If I didn't hear that one thing of thunder, I probably would have took y'all down to that cave at least, but since I did hear a rumble of thunder while I was coming down Rich Mountain Trail, I'm just going to head on back without any side crust. Of course, I know this is going to be a fairly good climb back, but it's not going to be as steep of a climb as if I turned around and went back Rich Mountain Trail. I don't think too many cars come out this way. Not as many as just keep driving around the cove anyway. But it's inevitable. We will see a few cars go by. There's some of them flowers I was talking about on yesterday's video that I don't think I got yet this year in previous videos. I should cut a few of them through here. It's hard to tell, but it actually looks like the road may have been up higher many years ago. Of course, that thunderclap I heard on Rich Mountain Road was back towards Cades Cove. Where I gotta go. That so far is the only thunderclap I've heard is just that one. So maybe it's not too bad of a storm yet. Yeah, I do got a water crossing after thinking. At least one. Definitely nowhere near as many as I would if I was walking Parsons Ranch. But I know I at least got one water crossing here. We're going down now, but I know I'm going to be going back up again. This is just a short down spurt. Some more, a little bit more thunder up over the ridge. I know the camera didn't catch it. It's kind of muffled, but I'm hearing thunder and it's over the ridge towards Cades Cove. I'm hoping it's just on top of the mountains. Some of the mountains look like they had the clouds. But when it's like this, you ain't got no choice. You just got to keep going until you get to your vehicle. I actually can't remember how many miles the Rich Mountain Road is. I can look it up sometime, I guess. The only difference between this one and the last few times I was walking in the storms, few times I was walking away from the storms. This time I'm walking towards the storm. I just gotta hope it's one of those that's just staying in the mountain range on the bigger mountains. I think that's what it is, but who knows? At least I think I got a water crossing on this road, at least one. It's been a while since I've walked the whole thing. I guess the last time I walked the whole thing was when I did that trail there, Rich Mountain. I also remember that day was a day I didn't think a bear was going to get off the road. I think I hear a car. I think. Yep. Like I was hoping it's not throwing up too much dust. Now if someone comes literally flying down through here, they probably will. And I've seen them do it. Come flying down the road. When I see them do that, they're like, oh, someone's done messed them up, made them mad when they tried to go through Case Cove. They're flying out this way just to get out of there. I think we're getting close to the crossing. I am hearing a creek down beside the road. Here comes another car. Road's over there. Goes up the hill over there. It's hard to see, I know, for the trees. But it's a Jeep, or a Jeep-like vehicle. Yep, we're definitely coming up on the water crossing. I'm seeing the trails of water. I don't think it's a major crossing though. At least I'm getting to it before it rains. Now it might be a little slick, but it's not too deep. See, it didn't even cover my shoes. But I think that's the only water crossing on this road, if I'm remembering correctly. Not near dark yet, it's just the sun's being covered by clouds. think the storm's too bad. I'm not hearing thunder, but every now and then. The truth, I've only heard it 2 times. Once when I was on Rich Mountain, and once when I was coming up through here. Said I'll probably only make it to the big view over the church there in Cades Cove, and that's where I'll end the video if I make it that far. Of course, that's still a long ways from here just to get to there. I think Rich Mountain Road's at least 8 miles. At least. I may be wrong. I'm pretty sure it's 8 miles. At least fairly close to it. I'm going to say it's most likely between 5 and 8. I just can't remember right now off the top of my head how long it is for sure. But I know the least would be 5. I think the most would be 8. I'm hearing another creek, but I don't think you go through it. There's another car. That's a jet there. That creek's already dried for the year. Yeah, I can see the sun shining back over there again. Here's a car coming. I think I hear another one. I don't know if it's another one or if I'm just hearing the same one behind me going down. Ah, there's one of them bushes blooming here next to the road that I tried to show you yesterday. It was way off the trail. That's what it was. It was blooming way off the trail. I said I didn't know if we'd see another one or not. There's another one. Even more blooms. I've seen quite a few here just beside the road. I keep thinking I hear someone behind me. The car behind me. I'm like, there shouldn't be a car behind me. It's a one-way road. I've seen people do stupid things. I've seen them go the wrong way on Parsons Branch. And that road's even tinier than this. Yeah, we just have that one crossing on this road. I remember that now. Trying to move a little faster right now because I know the later it gets, the more chances there are for the thunderstorms to hit. It's kind of hard to tell on camera, but it is looking kind of dark back the way storms usually come through here. sort of see a line of clouds way back in the distance. Like I said, I don't think I'll video anything really much after I reach that one good view of the cove. Now, I don't know where he's at, but I heard an owl hooting. Now we're getting some sunshine again. Don't know how long. Yeah. It's definitely not looking good that direction. Very dark. Well, I do believe I'm going to get a little wet. And I think I left my jacket in the truck. I didn't throw it in the backpack. Oops. I meant to throw it in the backpack, but I forgot. Yep, I brought it, it's just in my truck. Here's another car. Okay, let's hope there's not a bear if he really stopped. Last time someone did that on this road, there was a bear on the road. And he was walking down the road. He wouldn't get off the trail. I had to keep backing up. That day I did think I was going to have to go back at Rich Mountain Trail. But the bear did finally get off the side eventually. Yep, we're back in the clouds again. It don't look like it's going to be out of the clouds here soon this time. Yep, this is definitely, sun's not going to come back out from those clouds. This is the big system storm cloud coming in. So if it starts pouring rain, I'm going to have to turn the video off whenever it does. So I may not make it to the view today, guys, sorry. But I still got a long ways to go. I haven't even reached where Indian Grave Gap Trail meets the road yet. And I think that overlook's still a mile or two from where the Indian Grave Gap reaches the road. One good thing though, I haven't heard any more thunder. I do hear a car. Yep, I didn't think I was going to see the sun again, but I was wrong. But the one plus is once I get Indian Grave Gap, it's all downhill. I'll be done with this uphill. Definitely looks like I'm going to get a little wet before I get out of the cove. Because if it's coming this way, there's no way you'll outrun a storm. Well, guys, I think I'm going to stop for a second, take me another break. I'm getting fairly thirsty. Well, drunk me another water, so now we're heading on back out. Tried to drink it fairly quickly because I know the storms are on the way. I can see them coming. I know I'm going to get wet, but I'd like to get a little further before they hit. If I don't make it to the viewpoint, you've seen it before. I got other videos with it. Didn't have another car pass while I was taking a break. There's not too many coming out through here, just one ever so often. So I think it's just safe to say I'm not doing my little extra I was thinking of doing when I get to the cove. I'm just heading straight back to the entrance once I get down to the loop. If I hadn't remembered, I forgot to put my jacket in the backpack, it wouldn't have been so bad. I actually had it laying in my front seat, remember? Meant to put it in my backpack. We should get a little bit of an open spot somewhere up here to the right to get a good view. It seems like I remember seeing that one driving. See a little bit through the trees there, not much. Actually, might be up here in this curve. I know it was around on a curve. when driving. I do believe this is the first view I'm thinking of, at least from this direction. Yep. It looks like some stormy weather is on the way. I don't know though. It looks like there's blue sky on the other side. So it may be just clouds. That could be my hope, anyway. It does look like rain over there in the distance. But I don't know if it's rain or just haze. That can be hard to tell. But I don't think it's as bad as I was thinking it was going to be. I don't think that's the main rain coming yet. So I may just look out. But I'm definitely going to be close to getting out of here right at dark. It's already 6 o'clock. I noticed that while I was sitting and drinking my water. So it's either going to be getting dark or already dark by the time I get to back to the truck. But I don't mind, I'm on the road, so I've been in Kate's Cove many times in the dark. Just means the traffic should be lessening up going through the cove. Still got a couple hours before it gets dark, but the clouds are going to make it seem dark a little earlier. There's some yellow trillium trying to hang on. I guarantee the minute I turn this video off and put my cameras away and start hiking away, I'll see a bear. I guarantee it. Happens every time. Thinking we should be nearing the top where we start going downhill. Through quite a few of these purple flowers every so often. If we don't get the view of Case Cove, at least we got one little view earlier. Theoretically, the later it gets, the fewer cars we should see. Notice I said theoretically. Guess it depends how many people try to hang out. I know it'll be too late for me to drive back in and drive out Rich Mountain, so won't be doing that today. And if it's dark when I leave, I'm not going to do a drive video out here. I've decided from now on, if it's dark, I'm not going to do drive videos, and you can't see anything anyway. And if it's still light, I'll probably do one. Until it gets dark anyway. Only thing I'm thinking, there may be a lightning show on the way home. Okay, just chipmunks. I knew I was hearing something. I hope you got a quick glimpse of him. He went hid. Knew I was hearing something over there moving. Just a chipmunk. Good thing is I only heard 2 thunderclaps today. I was thinking, oh no, it's gonna be just like the other days. It's gonna have to be walking in the storm. Few dwarfed crested irises trying to hang on. I keep thinking I should be about to the top, and every turn I see is still going uphill. That one's a huge one. There's actually not as many cars coming through here as I thought there would be. Got a few of these through here. I think we're going to level out a little bit, finally. I need to go see where that trail goes one day. Definitely not today, though. It's actually, it's amazing. One side of the mountain to the other, complete change in the sky. It's literally just one side of the mountain to the other. Should get another view up here, if I'm remembering correctly. I think we actually should be getting close to where Indian Grave Gap Trail meets the road. Yeah, we're going to see a little bit of the cove from here. I think it's the Lawson place, I think. Yep, that's the Lawson place. So that's Hyatt on the right there, going up to the loop road. I'm still hearing thunder, but it's way off now. It is going up the mountain range, like I thought. I'm not really as worried now. It's not looking as bad over here on this side in the cove. As you can see, we've actually got basically blue sky above us again. It's amazing how fast the weather changes from just one side of the mountain to the other. Well, at least they got a little bit of a downhill. I'm thinking there's another stretch of uphill, but at least I'm getting a little bit of a break from it all up. Yeah, here comes another car. First one in a while. Here, another one now. Now they're coming back to back. Dang it. That was a big bird in there. I was hoping to zoom in on him. I think it was an owl. It was huge. And here's another car coming up through here. It's like I went forever without seeing the car, and now they're coming literally back to back, it seems like. Someone must have been causing a bear jam. People were coming up through here to get out of the cove. Hey, that's your motorcycle. I've been up through here on my motorcycle before. Never will again though, because it's gone. You're just unfixable. Hear another car coming up through the road. We're now at the point where the road kind of goes back and forth, and you can see it every now and then down below you. Should be coming up on Indian Grave Gap Trail sometime soon, I would think. The road seems drier on this side of the mountain too than it was on the other side. Yep, that's weird. For a while there with hardly any cars coming up through here, and now all of a sudden we got a bunch coming up through. Oh, there's Indian Grave Gap Trail. We were on a portion of that earlier today. There's actually a azalea blooming up there. Another car coming. Must be getting the last birds for the end of the day. People coming through before they close the cove. We still got a good ways before we reach the cove, as far as the loop. Like I said, it's still a mile or two before you reach that overlook I'm talking about. if I remember correctly. Like I said, that's where I'm going to end the video today. Just one last look over the cove. I may keep a camera out to get shorts if I see a bear or something while I'm going back to the vehicle in the cove. And of course, to get some photos as I'm walking out the cove too. I think I actually hear another car coming. They're probably thinking the same thing. He's coming through off the lake. I ain't got no choice. My vehicle's parked at the beginning of the cove. There's only one way to get there. Dang. The gnats are more annoying on this road than they were on the trail. Looks like the clouds starting to come over the mountain again. hear another car coming up, but I'm not sure. Move to the part of the road. I don't know if I'm hearing a car from above going up or one coming from below coming up. I think I have one little hump in front of me where you got a little dip where I go down and we go back up before we start going back down again. course, once I get to that viewpoint, I still got a ways before I reach the loop road. Even it's still a couple miles from the loop road when I reach there. So I'm thinking this is actually just like Parsons Branch. I think it's 8 miles. The complete road. Yeah, I have a feeling it's going to be pitch black by the time I get out of Cades Cove today. Something small moved over there. I think we should be about reaching that little dip I was talking about. Where we dip down and then we climb up a little ways again before we start going down into the cove. I'm seeing dark clouds coming in again now. They're catching up. here's that little dip. We'll go back up a little ways before we start going down again. Your car. Thought I was hearing a car. And we are reaching a point in the road where it switches back and forth quite a bit up and down the mountain. Try to see what I mean. Barely see it, but the road's actually right down there. So I might have been hearing someone coming up through there. You see I'm above the road right now. I know it's hard to see right now being everything green, but the road is right down there. I do think we should be reaching close to where the overlook is, though. I'm just not going to video past that because I know there's not really too much interesting stuff past that. Yeah, you can see the road real good here now. Even though it sounded like we may get some nighttime sounds. Late evening, well, not late evening, but evening sounds. Yep, we're back here to the view now. Figured there'd be people here parked at it. Excuse me. You can see the church a little bit now. It's just that one spot you can get the church real good, which is the most popular photo from here. I'm actually seeing the moon. Yeah, we're here down in Kids Cove. Started thundering a little bit after I turned the video off, and I did see a bear, but it ran across the road. It was too fast to get it. And as you can hear, it is thundering. It's been basically a constant thunder. I'm not going to video much. I then decided if it gets too bad, I'll stop in one of the churches. I think I'm going to at least try to make it to the next church. If it gets super bad. Of course, I don't know how long I'd be stuck in it. But we're having like a constant rumble behind me or above me. Not super loud, it's just a constant rumble. I'll probably just add this to the end of Rich Mountain Road. But I'm not going to video long. I think I'm just going to video till I get to the next church. As you see, it's completely clouded over since I last was videoing. See if I think a raindrop got on it, blurred it out a little bit. It's not going to be too good of a video with the rain anyway. Ooh, that was a flash. Yeah, it's flashing like crazy behind me. I may have to just stop and sit in the church. Wow, Hyatt Lane's actually closed. Yeah, it's a very bad behind me. It's just constant flash, 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 flash. The only thing, I don't know how long I'd be stuck in the church. Will it be just a little while, or will it be a couple hours? That's about the only thing I can think to do if it gets super bad. I was hoping to get one of the flashes, and of course as soon as I turn my back and start going this way again, that's where I see the flash behind me. course, I just weighed out the worst of it. If I had to go into the church. Not necessarily as soon as the rain ends, you know, but just as long as the worst part of the storm's passed through. Ooh, getting a little scary out here in the wide open. I don't know if the camera's catching even any of the flashing or not. It's kind of a low flashing, like a strobe light. Better watch where I'm going because this car's coming. Camera keeps getting off by rain. I'm going to turn it off soon.
Gonna make it back?
I should.
Okay. Alrighty.
Thank you. It's just kind of scary. It's like a strobe light out here. I'm thinking I'm gonna have to take refuge in this church up here. Let the worst of the storm go by. I know it just means I'm gonna be walking more in the dark, but I'd rather that than be out here in that lightning. Especially these open fields. They're still sitting back there, the car that just passed me. I think I need to just play it safe and get in this church. Let the worst of the storm go by and then go out. think the park would be too mad or upset if I hang out here just to let the storm go by. Even though I don't know how long it's going to be here, but the worst part shouldn't last too long. I got lights, but I'm not going to waste them since I got a long walk out. It's apparently going to be in the dark. I'm just going to try to wait here until the worst of the storm goes through with most of the lightning. I just don't feel safe being out there in the open fields in the road. I just want to show you a little bit what I got caught in. Everyone, thanks for watching and have a great day. Well, I hope you enjoyed that hike on Rich Mountain Road. Everyone, thanks for watching and have a great day.